Hello guys, today our lesson is going to be on finding slope from a table. Remember, we're trying to use Cornell notes, so if you have any questions while you are watching the video, go ahead and write them down on the margin. We have learned how to find slope using graphs and using 2 points already on a line. Today we're going to use tables to find slope, and we're going to use the equation of a line to help us find it. So our first question is, what is the equation of a line? If you go to page 2 on your notes, you're going to see on your reference sheet here, slope-intercept form. This is your equation of a line, and it's called slope-intercept form. So in slope-intercept form, your equation is going to look like this. Y equals mx plus b. So if you take a look at the name, slope, we have it right there for m, and intercept, we have it right there for b. Because remember that m is always slope, and b is always y-intercept. That's why it's called the slope-intercept form. So this is your equation, the one you're going to use the most often. So let me give you an example on how to use it. Let's say my slope is 6 and my y-intercept is 3. Remember, m equals 6 is saying that slope equals 6. The b is telling me that the intercept equals 3. So we were to write down in the equation, our equation is y equals mx plus b. The only thing we are going to change in this equation when we write it again are going to be the m and the b. So everything else is going to stay the same. My y stays the same. Instead of an m, I'm going to put the 6. I leave the x plus, instead of the b, I'm going to put the 3. And that would be how I write this equation. So today our main focus is going to be on tables. We're going to be working with tables. So I'm going to go ahead and do example number 1 from your assignment for today. And this is what your table looks like. Okay, so we're going to do this first example by hand. When you're finding the slope of a table by hand, you're going to use the formula that you already learned, your slope formula. Oops, that's supposed to be an x1. Since you have a table, you have all of your x's here and you have all of your y's here. So you're going to pick any 2 points. I'm going to pick this one because that has little numbers, and this one. So same thing, I need to find my x1. I'm going to number this one, I'm going to number this 2. So my x1 is going to be negative 20 because it's my x1. Now my x2 will be negative 10. My y1 is going to be 6, and my y2 is going to be 3. So I'm going to plug it into my formula. My y2 is 3 minus y1, 6 over x2, which is negative 10, minus x1, which is negative 20. When I put that into my calculator, okay, control divide, I have 3 minus 6 over negative 10 minus negative 20. Enter. My answer is negative 3 over 10. M equals negative 3 over 10. So this is how you do it by hand. I'm going to show you how to use the calculator to do the same example. I want to show you both ways so that you can use the one you are most comfortable with. Oops. The first thing you're going to click on is going to be Home. So go ahead and grab your calculator and follow along with me. You're going to go to Home. We usually use Calculate. Well, today we're going to use New Document. So you're going to click on New Document. I'm going to go ahead and click on the 1. It's going to ask you if you want to save unsaved documents. The answer to this is always no. Make sure you always click no. Alright, so when you have this screen, you're going to select Add Lists and Spreadsheets. So you're going to click on number 4, or you're going to select it with your mouse. So I'm going to go ahead and click on number 4. And this is going to pop up. Right here where you see the A, you're going to go up and you're going to type in the X. The X is down here in white. Enter. And then you're going to move up to the B and you're going to label it Y. The Y is also down here in white. Enter. Alright, once you're done, you're going to go back to the very first cell here and you're going to start typing in the numbers from the table. We're going to use the same example we used for example 1. Remember, you can always pause the video to get everything done before you continue watching this. After we do this, we're going to go to Menu, Statistics, and Linear Regression. Once you have this window, you're going to delete what it says for X, and you're just going to simply type in X again. Come down to the Y, type in Y, and then you can click Enter 2 times. 1, 2. Then this is going to pop up. Notice how your calculator is already telling you what M is, and it's telling you what B is. So this is telling me M equals negative 0.3 and B equals 0. So we're going to write that down on our notebook. When we did it by hand, we got negative 3 over 10. Negative 3 over 10 is the same thing as negative 0.3. So your calculator is going to give it to you as a decimal, and that's okay. I want you to write your answers in the equation we just learned. So it's going to be y equals mx plus b. And when you write your final answer, you're going to write y equals negative 0.3 for m plus 0 for b. And that is your final answer. If you need more help, please raise your hand and we can do another example on your calculator. For now, we are done.